Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on tonight. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay, so I want you guys to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Okay. I know I've been missing in action, y'all. I've had so much going on. Okay, working and organizing. It's springtime, right? So I've been doing a lot of like when I get home, what I can do, like with spring clean. Like I start throwing stuff out, and all of the stuff that I'm throwing, I got piled up. My house look a hot damn mess. Okay, so I'm gonna even finish getting some of that because I got to get some stuff to the Goodwill and take some stuff out to the garbage can in the morning. Okay, my garbage can gonna be overloaded because I'm just doing spring cleaning so I can change colors and stuff. Somebody said that they was gonna come and change my filters and stuff, but anyways, um, I wanted to talk about a man who, the man who popped the police officer, was given a bond, and people are outraged. And he seemed to be out of his mind, but is he really out of his mind, or was he playing a game? Okay. And a Whitehaven woman was abducted and assaulted. Okay. And I want to talk about both of those. And y'all know how I get when I have one of my pet peeves is men violating women in any way, shape, or form. It is one of my pet peeves, and it always has been in any way, shape, or form. There's no need for men act like, I know there are a lot of sick men, um, and you got to be sick to want to do anything to a woman. You're a sick individual, and there's no low level or any kind of violations. To me, they're all equivalent because when you start categorizing them on levels, that could be dangerous because when you start trying to violate somebody on any level, you're capable of doing the very most. It takes a special kind of sick to even want to violate people, right? So if they violate them with little stuff, they'll go to the big stuff because their mind is twisted, right? But I want to play this right quick, okay? Hold on.
Bizarre behavior in court this morning led to a mental evaluation order for the man charged with shooting a Memphis police lieutenant during a traffic stop on Friday.
In fact, the judge telling Geronimo Key he was speaking, quote, nonsense during his first time to appear in court since being charged Friday. It was an abbreviated arraignment, as the judge said it was tough trying to make sense of what Key was saying. WRAG's Jarita Patterson takes us inside the courtroom.
Flanked by security, Geronimo Key was escorted into court Monday morning after each of his 3 felony charges and 1 misdemeanor offense was read aloud. The judge asked a simple question, expecting a simple response.
Are you going to be able to make your bond?
All criminal cases, all commercial. Let the record show that.
I'm not sure what the record's showing, but okay.
Key's behavior growing more and more bizarre with every question asked.
Are you able to make your $175,000 bond?
The county told me that against my will. They took my the county told me against my will. Coercion, assault, torture. They had forced my fingerprint and didn't take the process.
I'm sure they are holding you against your will. I'm asking if you're able to make your bond.
After more of what the judge deemed as incomprehensible.
That sentence doesn't even make sense.
I am not.
All criminal cases are commercial. You mean like a TV commercial?
I am not subject to guarantee and maritime law.
Maritime law. Are we on a ship?
The arraignment was cut short as the court ordered an assessment from a mental health professional.
He's speaking nonsense. Can you fill out a mental evaluation form for me?
Key, still mumbling, was escorted out. The 22-year-old is accused of shooting Memphis Police Lieutenant Bobby Johnson early Friday morning during a traffic stop. This sparked a manhunt as detectives say Key went on the run. 3 of the 4 charged with helping Key following the attack: his sister Zaire Key, his mother Tazari Pennington, and this man Malik Oliver also faced the judge Monday and were ordered back to court April 8th with an attorney.
That mental evaluation and Key are expected back in court March 25th. We'll be there as well. Reporting inside the CJC, Jarita Patterson, WREG News Channel.
Okay, y'all. Number one is really disappointing that he only got $175,000 bond after he tried to take out a police officer. Now, I had the opportunity to look at his girlfriend's Facebook page, and she was talking about how, just seeing him, he seemed like a very reserved, just from what I could see, laid back. They just had a newborn baby, and she was talking about how good he was with the baby and stuff. And the girl, she was given up. She was charged too, the girlfriend. But I hated to see that. He seemed like he seemed very reserved. And see, I don't know if he's playing a game, or if he's really got some mental situations going on, because he did seem like something, he was out of his head there. Either and when they said, he was saying, you're gonna have to take me out. You're gonna have to take me out. That, number one, the police officers were not gonna take him to jail. They had written him a ticket. If they was going to take him to jail, they would not have written him a ticket. So evidently, in order to have gotten a ticket, his registration checked out okay, and he had licenses, because they would have took him to jail for not having licenses. So he just didn't want to sign the ticket. So I don't know if he got a hold to some bad drugs or what, or he just crazier than a shithouse rat. I don't know. Because sometimes people are just, and I hate to say it like that, but they're off of their rockers. But a lot of, I don't know if he's had mental issues in the past. Maybe he's had some mental issues in the past. But I think, some people say, well, he wasn't on anything. These folks smoking weed, and I don't know if the weed is not like it used to be. It's not authentic weed. Anything that's grown into a laboratory, it's not authentic. And then, they made it legal, so it couldn't be a herb anymore. It's something that's really messing these folks up. They ain't gonna release nothing and make it be legal when they try to put you in jail for it all this time, unless it's not beneficial to you. It's going to help, to depopulate. And people just don't understand that, because they have such codependent personalities. They want to suck on a joint so bad. Y'all know I still call it the joint. Y'all know I'm old school. But anyways, hey, I don't know if he's playing a game, but he probably has flipped out based on what happened when he got pulled over, because he was not in danger. They was just, all they wanted him to do was sign the ticket and go on with his life. But that's when he rolled the window up and said, y'all gonna have to take me out. And they said, why we have to take you out? He flipped out then, so ain't no telling what was going on. So maybe he had gotten a hold to something bad. But these people need to be careful who they, get these drugs and stuff from, because people are deliberately, first of all, they're mixing it with roach poison and rat poison and everything, and just from looking at the young man on Facebook, he really did look like he was a pretty good kid. Just how he was with his baby and stuff like that. But hey, that means nothing. We just looking at it from the outside looking in. Or maybe he's playing the game, but they say he kept talking as he was walking out. He's been in jail long enough now to have detoxed. So if it was some kind of narcotic, it made it fried his brain or did something to his brain, or maybe he has underlying mental issues. Okay. Either way it goes, he ain't had no business getting a $175,000 bond. That would not have happened anywhere else because 17.5 he could be out. Okay. And he probably is out. I had not checked to see what was his name? Geronimo what? I forget his name. Let me see. His name is Geronimo Key. So let me see. Let me see if he's out. Because he might be out. But he needs to get a some type of evaluation. He needs to get an evaluation. He's still in jail. Yeah, he probably flipped. Oh Lord, they got him up there on the 4th floor. That ain't gonna be good for him either. But they probably be scared of him up there because he is them flips. Okay. Anyways, you guys, hey, I want to move on to a young lady was abducted and assaulted. Okay, in the Whitehaven area, and I'm gonna show this right here. This is ridiculous, y'all. This is ridiculous. I want to show. Hold on.
On tonight, accused of a violence in Whitehaven. Thanks for being with us. I'm Shay Arthur. Police say that suspect, Quentin Burnett, grabbed a woman as she was walking home from work, pushed her into the woods, beat her, choked her, and then sexually assaulted her. Now, someone nearby heard screaming and called police for help. According to court records, a crowd gathered as officers launched their investigation near the corner of Goodhaven and Hutchins Road. But when they stopped by the neighborhood today, no one wanted to talk to us about what happened. Now, police say the suspect has a history of assaults, but no cases came up when we searched Shelby County court records. Now, Burnett is expected in court tomorrow morning on charges of aggravated rape, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated assault. Now, according to the TBI, hundreds of sexual assaults are reported in Memphis each year. But in recent years, only a fraction of those cases, less than 1 in 5, have ended.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Let me see something, y'all. I want to see if I can pull up something. Because this is ridiculous. Goodhaven and Hutchins. I know where that is. Goodhaven. Hold on, y'all. It's over there by Bowenshire. Lord have mercy. Ooh, child. Go down Mill Branch. Oh, Lord have mercy. Just show the Whitehaven area. By Janice. Oh, God. Lord have mercy. And it's not like that area is always pretty busy. Sick mothers. Lord have mercy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see what his what the affidavit says. Give me just a few minutes. Hold on, guys. This is ridiculous. This is sad on so many levels because he is probably back out. This is what should be getting handled in the communities. Men like him, he should never. He's 28 years old. He should be scared to go back to Whitehaven. Instead, when he get out there, be standing on the corner smoking and drinking with him. Ugh. I remember a time he wouldn't have been able to come back to his neighborhood not doing something like that. Hold on, Quentin Burnett. I was getting ready to say something. I hope he wasn't. I was getting ready to make a joke. He wasn't related to the other Burnett that we always talking about. Let's see, Quentin. Here he is, right here. Quentin. Okay, here it is, right here. Let me see what I can. Let me read the affidavit to you guys. Okay. It says, personally before me in pain, I guess this is IBM. It says made an oath that on or about the 9th day of March 2024 in said county and within its jurisdiction. We already know that, right? He's charged with aggravated RAPE, aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault. Further, affiant makes oath that the essential facts constituting said offenses, the source of affiant's information, and the reason why the affiant's information is believable concerning said facts are as follows. On Saturday, March 9, 24, the Memphis Police Department responded to a fight call at 4461 Hudgens Road. Dispatch advised an anonymous caller stated a female was screaming and being strangled by a male. The caller also believed the woman was being SEXUALLY assaulted by the male. Officers checked the area and observed a male running away from a female who was lying in the bushes, partially clothed. The male was over 6 feet in height, dark complexion, wearing a black hoodie, black pants, and no shoes. Officers identified the woman to be, I won't say her name, female, advised she was walking home from work when an unknown male grabbed her, forced her into the woods, held her against her will, beat her with his fist, strangled her with both of his hands, a branch and a cord from the hoodie he was wearing, and RAPED her. Female stated the male strangled her to the point she could barely breathe and nearly passed out. Afterwards, she described how the male made her perform oral sex on him before he forced penile, anal, and penile, vaginal on her without the use of a condom. And some words you can't say on here. Officers located the cell phone with the Tennessee ID inside the case belonging to Quentin Burnett, wrapped up in the pants Thomas was wearing when she was assaulted. The suspect also left his Croc shoes behind on the scene. The ID belonged to one Quentin Burnett. While officers were conducting their investigation on the scene, officers noted that Quentin returned to the scene. He came back to the scene. He was standing amongst the crowd drinking a bottle of vodka. Burnett was detained by officers and were able to have victim to identify Burnett as the identification was within 1 hour of the incident. Victim transported to the hospital for medical treatment and afterwards went to RAPE crisis to have a sexual assault exam and kit completed. Quentin Burnett was taken to Felony Response Bureau where he was charged with aggravated kidnapping, aggravated assault. A search warrant for Quentin Burnett DNA was obtained for the investigation. Okay. Y'all, this is sick and sad on so many levels. As I said, I mean, he's such a damn fool. He came back to the scene. I guess he wanted to see his work. While the officers was collecting from the scene, he came back just as an onlooker with vodka in his hand drinking, as if he had not just did that to that woman, right? And I'm so happy that somebody called the police. Now, she said she was, walking home from work. We don't have any reason to believe that she knew him or anything like that, okay? But this is sad on so many levels. If it had not, he wouldn't have been back on the scene looking as an onlooker. He would have been said, wait a minute, I ain't do nothing to her. That. No, he came back. He's sick. He jumped up and ran, left his shoes behind, his ID and all of that. And people heard the lady screaming. People heard him beating her and heard her screaming and said that they believed that he was, raping her. And so, like I said, he should not be allowed to even come back to the Whitehaven area. Okay, he should not without being reminded of what he did. Okay, but like I said, it's sad on so many levels. And the thing about it is, he'll have his bond won't even be that high. Let me see how much his bond is if they've given him one, because I bet he's got one. I gotta see if he's got one, because they don't really take things like this seriously. And like I said, I'm against men violating women on any level. You have to watch a man that don't have issues with violating a woman. They'll do anything. Whether it's on the internet or what, they'll do anything. They twist it. Y'all, his bond is only $70,000. That's it. $70,000. Lord have mercy. He was born in 1996. Okay. But like I said, it's sad on so many levels. He can't use liquid courage like alcohol as a reason why he did that. No, that was just in him. And he had intentions on taking her out, because she said he was choking her so bad she was about to pass out. Thank God somebody heard and didn't say, well, because these people are so twisted now. Man, I don't get in there. I don't get it. They could see him doing it. I don't get in there. I don't call the police. I ain't no snitch. One of the things that really pisses me off is how I hear a lot of men talking about they ain't getting in something. They ain't no snitch. They know that it's a pedo in the neighborhood snatching up little girls. I don't get in there. I let the police do their job. You's a bitch. What kind of world do we live in where we sit by and knowingly let people violate, especially women and children? You got so many bitches that call themselves men on this internet that sit up and hack all the time, that sit up and harass all the time. And ain't no other men even calling them out. They're a bunch of dick in a booty bitches. Straight. I know they on crack, a lot of them. Okay. But people are just, I ain't gonna get in that. When some of these people should have been ran off the internet. Some of these people that's doing this out in the hood, they should have been ran out of this hood. Shouldn't nobody feel comfortable with violating at all. They say, well, what about the men? If you get all the violators because if they violate the women, they'll start sneaking the men too. You start getting all of them. Okay, you won't really have a whole lot to worry about, because it's usually the twerps like that. Okay, that keeps crime and stuff up. Because if you start talking about a lot of these real hardcore real gangsters, they just gonna get them some money. They ain't got time to be violating nothing, because it don't make money for them. They don't have sick, twisted minds. They don't sit at home and think of ways to taunt people. They think of ways to make money. Okay? So when you start talking about real gangsters, not these wannabe niggas, because they ain't. They ain't out there really committing a whole lot of crime, because they trying to stay out the way, make their money and stay out the way. It be these little wannabe thugs wannabe gangsters, wannabe hardcore criminals ain't never been nowhere but to jail and been over. They're usually the ones that's keeping the crime rate up. Okay. And they pick at women and children because they feel like they are an easy target. That's why I say, women, keep your gun. Some of these men got to go. They just got to go. Keep your gun and don't be scared to use it. Anytime a man can be sent out by another man to go and violate a woman, he ain't no good to himself. He a failure to his damn kids. He a failure. He was a failure the day his mammy had him. Okay? And so you have to keep your gun cocked. Okay? So you let him know that nigga send you out, you're going to die. Ladies, you're going to have to go and kill him. Because it's unfortunate now that you got men, right, that are so timid. Because a lot of the real true gangsters they dying out, or they done retired. Or somebody done got them caught up and they in jail. They want to get the real ones off the street so that they can be on the street doing F stuff like this nigga, and he'll be right back on the corner with the rest of the F niggas drinking vodka. Okay? They ain't gonna hold him accountable or nothing. It's a darn shame the kind of world we live in, okay? But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. I love you guys. I think I'm good. It's almost 12 o'clock. We'll go. If I don't go into members tonight, we'll go early in the morning before I get out, okay? Talk to you later.